Good morning, students. This is next topic in alkyl halides and aryl halides chapter, that is unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Simply it is called SN1. S means substitution, N means nucleophilic substitution, 1 means unimolecular. So it is the representation of this one. Why it is called unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction? I will discuss that point later. After completing this topic, I will discuss that point. See, here one reaction is there. In that reaction, this is alkyl halide. This is nucleophile. We know that if all negative charge species are called nucleophile. When alkyl halide reacts with nucleophile, then alcohols will be formed by leaving nucleophile. This is reaction. I took one reaction. For this reaction, mechanism is there. Mechanism means how products are formed from reactants. That is called mechanism. Here, two steps are there. First step is, that means, first step in that mechanism is formation of carbocation. Carbocation means if carbon having positive charge, that is called carbocation in a molecule. This is the reactant CH3, 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 3 CH3s. These 3 CH3s present on this carbon atom and Cl. What happens in first step? This alkyl halide slowly undergo dissociation. Dissociation means splitting. Then ions will be formed. They are cation and anion. It takes so much time. That's why it is called slow step. This is carbocation. If you see this point carefully, you have to know one point. That is, here this carbocation bonds with 3 carbon atoms. This positive charge carbon bonds with 3 carbon atoms. That is why this is called tertiary carbocation. This is called what? Tertiary carbocation. That means in first step, tertiary carbocation will be formed. Here this carbocation undergoes sp2 hybridization, because here it forms 3 bonds only. When it forms sp2, then its shape is what? Trigonal planar. Its shape is what? Trigonal planar. That means its shape is like this. This is tertiary carbocation. Its shape is like this, as per theory, because this is sp2 carbocation, trigonal planar. In second step, this carbocation reacts with nucleophile. That is what? Attacking nucleophile. That is what? Hydroxide ion. That means when this compound reacts with the hydroxide ion, then this nucleophile can attack front side or back side of the carbocation. That means there is 2 chances of formation of products. That is very, very important point. Why here 2 chances are there? Because of its shape. Because of its shape, this nucleophile can attack front side or back side of the carbocation. Then there is a formation of 2 possible products. They are CH3C, CH3, CH3, OH. This is formed when nucleophile attacks from front side. OH, CH3, CH3, CH3. This is the product formed when nucleophile attack from back side of the carbocation. That means what? Here there is a chance of formation of 2 possible products. These 2 are formed from this one. When you see this one, this structure is somehow similar to this one, because here CH3 present left side, here also CH3 present left side, here 2 CH3 present right upper side and lower side. OH is attacking. That is why it is present right side. So what is our point? This structure is almost similar to this structure. That is why it is called retention configuration. Retention means if same type of structure is formed, that is called retention. If opposite structure is formed, that is called inversion. This is inversion. Why? Here CH3 present left side, but here CH3 present right side. That is why it is called inversion product. Inversion means reverse. So what is the point here finally? In SN1 mechanism, two possible products are formed. They are retention and inversion. Finally, this will be formed. Alcohol will be formed. This is alcohol. Both are having same molecular formula, but structures are different. That is why these are called isomers. Okay, that is different point. Here one important point is that is in this total mechanism, what happens in first step? In first step, alkyl halide itself undergoes dissociation without any influence. It undergoes itself dissociation. That is why in this reaction, rate of reaction depends on concentration of alkyl halides only, not depends on concentration of nucleophile. Because after dissociation only nucleophile is going to attack. After dissociation only nucleophile is going to attack. That is why in this reaction, rate of reaction depends on concentration of alkyl halide only. That means one species only. That is why it is called first order. First order means in a given reaction, rate of reaction depends on only one concentration term. That is called first order. So in this reaction, rate is depends on concentration of alkyl halide only. That is first point. And second point, the order of reactivity of alkyl halides in SN1 mechanism is, the order of reactivity of alkyl halides in SN1 mechanism is tertiary greater than secondary greater than primary. That means what? Tertiary alkyl halides having more reactive towards SN1 mechanism. That means these are readily participates in SN1 compared to secondary, compared to primary. Because see, this is tertiary alkyl halide. After dissociation, what happens? This will be formed. This is a secondary alkyl halide. How? When a halogen present on carbon atom, when this carbon atom attached to carbon atoms, that is called secondary. When it is undergoes dissociation, what happens? This will be formed. This is secondary carbocation because this carbocation attached with two carbon atoms. Next, this is primary alkyl halide. How? This halogen present on carbon atom which is attached to only one carbon atom. That is why it is called primary. When it undergoes dissociation, this will be formed. This is primary. Now our point is in 11th class chemistry, I told you one point, that is among tertiary carbocation, secondary carbocation, primary carbocation, which is more stable? This is more stable. Tertiary carbocation is more stable. That is why it can form stable product. That is why it is more reactive. I repeat once again. Among tertiary carbocation, secondary carbocation, primary carbocation, which is more stable? Tertiary carbocation is more stable compared to secondary, which is more stable compared to primary. That is why those are more reactive towards SN1. Next, last point. Here we have taken which halogen? Chlorine. Suppose if you take fluorine in that alkyl halide, chlorine, bromine, iodine, in which if you take which halogen, then rate of reaction will be more. Suppose when you take either fluorine or chlorine or bromine or iodine, in which case rate of reaction is more? In iodine case only rate of reaction is more, because iodine has larger atom. It has larger size compared to fluorine, chlorine, bromine. So what? It can form longer bonds. Finally, the bond will be broken very easily. That means rate of reaction increases. So what is the point here? Order of leaving group is iodide greater than bromide greater than chloride greater than fluoride. Order of leaving group is iodide greater than bromide greater than chloride greater than fluoride. So this is all about SN1 mechanism. Simple. In SN1 mechanism, we have to take tertiary alkyl halide. In initial step, it undergoes itself dissociation. After dissociation, nucleophile attack either of the side because of its shape. Then two possible products are formed. They are retention and intention. I told you what is retention and what is intention. Next, in the rate of reaction, if you observe mechanism, what happens? The rate of reaction depends on only concentration of alkyl halide. That is why it is first order. Next, in case of alkyl halides, tertiary alkyl halide is more reactive than secondary than primary because tertiary carbocation is more stable than secondary than primary. Next order of leaving group is what? Which iodide is best leaving group because it can form longer bond compared to bromide, chloride, fluoride. So what? Then bond length will be more, bond energy will be less, then that group can be removed easily. So that is all about SN1 mechanism. Next one, bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Bimolecular. In previous case we discussed unimolecular, now bimolecular. Here what happens? Here is the same mechanism. When alkyl halide reacts with the nucleophile, then that nucleophile replaces halogen. Then substitution reaction takes place. That is why this is called nucleophilic, because one nucleophile replaces another nucleophile. That is why it is called nucleophilic substitution. But in this case, rate of reaction depends on both cases, both alkyl halide and nucleophile. If you see this example, then you will get clear idea. Here in this case, this is halogen atom, this is hydroxide ion. Both are nucleophiles. That means both are having negative charges. Between negative charges, repulsion occurs, so that there is no chance of attacking from front side. So that attacking chance from back side only. That means it can attack from back side of alkyl halide. Then this will be formed. This indicates that what? Here dots present between this carbon and OH, this carbon and halogen. That indicates what? This dot indicates that bond is ready to form between carbon and OH, and here bond is ready to break between carbon and halogen. That state is called transition state or intermediate state. Finally, this halogen will be separated from this compound and bond will be formed between carbon and OH. So if you see this structure and you see this structure, these are called, this is a reverse structure for this one, because here H is present left side, here H is present right side. That is called inversion. In previous case, both inversion and retention present, but here only inversion is present. Next, one more point. In this mechanism, it takes place in one step only. In previous case, two steps. SN1 takes place in two steps, but SN2 takes place in one step only. Next, one more point. That is what? In this case, rate of reaction depends on two factors. Attacking of this nucleophile, because of attacking of this nucleophile, product will be formed. That is why in this reaction, rate of reaction depends on two factors. Next, in this case, order of reactivity of alkyl halides towards SN2 mechanism is methyl halide is more than primary than secondary than tertiary. That means exactly opposite. Here, if you take methyl halide, then rate of reaction will be fast, because if you take primary alkyl halide, suppose primary means CH3 CH2 Cl in the SN2 mechanism. In SN2 mechanism, backside attacking takes place. Here backside is what is present? Methyl. Somehow repulsions occur here also. That means attacking is somehow difficult. Attacking takes place, but it is somehow difficult. When you take a secondary alkyl halide, here two methyl groups are present, then there is no chance, and then it is very difficult to attack backside of alkyl halide. If you take tertiary alkyl halide, it is very difficult to attack a nucleophile from backside because three alkyl groups. So what is the point? Order of reactivity is more in case of methyl halide because here hydrogens are present. These hydrogens are very less so that it can easily attack from backside. So methyl halide is more react towards this one than primary, than secondary, than tertiary. This is all about SN2. Then why it is called bimolecular? Because in this rate of reaction depends on alkyl halide as well as nucleophile. Why in previous case it is called unimolecular nucleophile substitution? Because in this case rate of reaction depends on only alkyl halide. That means one molecule. That is why it is called unimolecular. So this is all about SN1 and SN2 mechanism. Next I will discuss about this one in live class later. This is very important point in competitive level. I will discuss this point. This is all about alkyl halides. Thank you.